regardless of our political differences, whenever we see a disregard for the rule of law, we are the ones who make these laws, we, as Parliament. So it's incumbent upon us to defend these laws. For example, the Constitution provides for how suspects are apprehended. A constitution that was made by Parliament. But we see people being abducted and kept in incommunicado detention for days without access to family or lawyers. And some are even tortured while there. Colleagues, this is wrong. And we, the people's representatives, ought to condemn it and ensure that it doesn't happen. The most recent victim of this is the Honorable Miriam Matembe, former MP, former minister. She participated in the formulation of our constitution. For someone who took part in creating the foundation on which we stand, the least we could do for her is follow the right procedures if the state is interested in her for any legal reason. Besides, colleagues, criticism should never be an offense. I've heard some people say that those criticizing should always do so respectfully. And I agree. However, respect should be on both sides of the coin. Both sides, at all times. Right Honorable Speaker, you made it clear in your remarks shortly after being declared Speaker that the media should be able to operate freely. And those media houses that had been banned from accessing Parliament eventually returned. Today, we see the same media houses that belong to Nation Media Group being shut down arbitrarily because they are holding us leaders accountable. UCC, which political parties win elections and lose them. Parliamentary majorities change with time. Yet the enduring strength of our republic will depend upon whether institutions such as Parliament continue to command the confidence of those they were established to serve. As the leader of the opposition, I give this assurance. We shall discharge our constitutional mandate firmly, responsibly, and patriotically. From the Constitution, however, and undermine accountability or fail the people we all represent. We shall speak with clarity, conviction, and respect for this institution. Allow me to conclude where I began. We are part of this House at the behest of the people of Uganda. That confidence is not a permanent possession. It is a trust renewed only through faithful service. Long after the speeches we make have been forgotten, and long after the divisions in our chamber have faded into history, one question will remain. Did our service strengthen Parliament and improve the lives of our people? If at the end of this Parliament, our citizens have greater confidence in their institutions, stronger faith in the rule of law, and renewed hope that public office exists to serve the public good, then we shall have honored the oath that we took, honorable colleagues, and we shall have justified the confidence placed in us. I appeal to all of us, therefore, to work together, all of us, for the good of this, our nation. The Constitution entrusted Parliament with immense powers because it trusted Parliament to exercise those powers wisely. May history record that the 12th Parliament proved worthy of that trust. I thank you for your kind attention, and I say this for God and my country. Thank you.
In order to attain our strategic vision of re-engineering and recalibrating the legislature back to factory settings, I urge you to abide by the 7-point strategic vision for the legislature as follows. 1, zero tolerance to corruption, and cultivating a culture of absolute transparency and integrity in the conduct of parliamentary business. Corruption is not the Speaker, corruption is not the parliament alone. Corruption is the whole of government. Two, strengthen accountability and strict compliance with the public finance management laws and regulations, and enhancing internal controls to prevent misuse and loss of public resources. And you heard from LOP, this is where we are meeting. Some of these pillars cut across both government and opposition. We should all work together to strengthen accountability, and it starts with us. Don't ask for payment for trips which you have not undertaken. Don't come and sign in the book of attendance when you did not attend committee meetings. Don't go and get money for field trips where you've not been. Accountability starts with us. And as Parliament, if we can say zero tolerance to corruption and then strengthen accountability, the Prime Minister's work will be easier. When they come to us, they will come when they are clean. The Auditor General's work will be easier. The reports will be clean reports. Because that's why I say it starts with us. 3, evidence-based legislation by promoting rigorous, fact-driven, and well-researched legislative deliberations. We expect ourselves, after this induction, that when you rise to speak, you'll speak from facts. You'll have evidence. You will not be bringing a WhatsApp discussion or a fake news in Parliament. You will speak, and even if the Prime Minister does not like what you are speaking, she will say, I have nothing useful to add. Because it is fact, evidence-based, well-researched, because we have a whole department of research. 4, people-centered legislation. By prioritizing the needs, voices, and aspirations of the citizens in all parliamentary activities. And the key word here, all parliamentary activities. As you debate in that house, you know our primary role is to prioritize the needs, the voices, and aspirations of the citizens of Uganda in all our parliamentary activities. 5, results-based budgeting by focusing legislative resource planning and expenditure to tangible, quantifiable, and measurable outputs and outcomes. Here, as you could have already heard, because some of the reforms we're going to do, I'm waiting for the Parliamentary Commission so that when it is in order, I don't want to be a one-man show. We want to process them. We had, the first thing I heard from the clerk was that I asked, are the committees well facilitated? And he told me there's a deficit that government did not give us. We had a deficit of about 10 billion. So that's why you've heard informally that some money, which was in the office of the Speaker, which I would have loved to have, because that money helps me and you people. I said the Speaker should not be facilitated to donate money when committees don't have. So I wish you knew the reason for giving that money back to, you would not have clapped. My expectation as Speaker is that when now you have these monies, you will not be asking for kitu kidogo from the ministries, and departments and agencies. We want a parliament that we can be proud of. If you are going for the field, Parliament should be able to facilitate the members fully. And you heard from our development partners saying, giving examples of South Africa, where, Ethiopia, the next time you're speaking, you'll be giving examples of real case scenarios of Ugandan parliament going to the... So we expect to do a few things when we are fully constituted. We now have the Prime Minister, Leader of Opposition, the Deputy Speaker, and the Clerk. We are waiting for the backbench commissioners, especially from the NRM side. And you only have up to 7th. By 7th, we need the commissioners, we need the chairpersons, because we have to begin the work. So some of the monies, and that the implication of me returning money to parliamentary committee, would mean that the office of the Speaker will not have as much to, Yes. So we have to decide, should the Speaker have these monies that I be handing over, or should we have a parliament that will function? So I made that proposal, which will be processed through the Parliamentary Commission, and you'll get to know part of the reforms. 6, open parliament that fosters transparency and upholds professionalism and a collaborative working relationship with the media and other stakeholders. We believe that when you are open, you'll be honest. So you can't fear the media. And the media would be our partner to transmit the information that we are doing to the members of public. So unless you Parliament, you say we should close, but that's my proposal, that we should be with an open Parliament, which is accessible, which fosters on transparency. Transparent, there should be no mysteries about the decisions of Parliament or what the Speaker would be doing. I think it's a good thing that we allow, unless the media begins to abuse that. But we have some media specialists who are now in the House. The Speaker will also restore. We shall be having periodic press breakfast with the media where we can engage them more vigorously so that they know the truth, so that they can report from factual points. The 7th one, proactive. Each Parliament, through its committees, conducts real-time and effective monitoring and evaluation of government institutions and programs and duly reports back. Honourable members, you heard from the UNDP was saying how Parliament can help government fast-track some of the projects. I said on the first day that we should not be waiting for Auditor General's report. We are going to disrupt some of these things. We know a road, we've given money through the national economy process, through either loan. This Parliament should be able to go and also oversee. And when we are going, we can ask the Prime Minister and the line ministers to go and oversee what is being done, other than waiting to do a post-mortem when it is too late. Your presence, it's not that we ask for any bribes from the contractors. No, but to put pressure on behalf of Ugandans that we need this work done and done well. That one, we need your support so that we can be proactive in our oversight role. And there should be planning about the oversight. Every committee has every sector committee will be having projects. And my view, as the former chairman of the committee, is that there should be certainty in our budgeting and financing. The old, I say Honorable Katuntu here, I found him in Parliament. I'm glad that he has left when I'm the Speaker, because he would be torturing me every day. But you know that I have no option but to say that I'm glad you've left. But we have brought him here to share his thoughts. But the Parliament committees should be very attractive, beginning in this 12th Parliament, so that where members, that is where you will show your skills, your abilities, you speak more, you are more resourceful in the committees. In Parliament where we meet, and the Honorable SSENYONYI there, we shall also have to agree that when we meet as in Parliament, the people out there, if we are evidence-based, we are factual, should be able to appreciate what we say. It's not about who has the numbers, Right Honorable Prime Minister. It's not about who is winning the argument and on whose behalf are we winning the argument. In the Parliament, we need a Parliament that even people are watching. We don't play to the gallery like most people do. They say certain things on the camera, in the plenary, because they want to account to, or scandalize Parliament. Parliament is our home. I hope you will be told here. You will be told. It's where we belong. The Prime Minister belongs there. The Vice President belongs there. And somebody who will be talking to you about probably separation of powers, they will have more to see how we meet at one point. That the separation, yes, is there, but we meet at one point. The executive pays members of Parliament. Members of Parliament approves appointment by the executive, by the president. There's interlink and interrelationship. So when a committee has made a work plan, that work plan is costed. That costed work plan goes through, and the clerk with his technical people, they approve that. There should be no change. The money which was planned for must stay in that committee to do the work that that committee has planned to do. I can promise you, because the only person who has the power to change the funds would be me. But you accepted me, a modest speaker, that I will be modest. So sometimes when you come to me and you ask me, you put me under temptation to remove money from one committee, then I give you to build a church. I will say no. And also when the money is finished in your committee, you just know that was the plan for the financial year, so that we are not stressing ourselves. So as we are here today for the next few days, we are here to learn together. Some of you have been in Parliament before, some you have different capacities. But here, let's learn together. And the Right Honorable Prime Minister, though they have asked me to come and only open, I have also told the LOP, we shall open, but also we have constituencies. But we shall be sitting here throughout the training, the induction. So that
Parliament, I bring you warm greetings from His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda. He congratulates you all on your recent electoral victories, and he told me he expects support from Parliament for improved social services of our country. Right Honorable Speaker and members, I am pleased to join you for this important induction seminar. I thank you all, more especially the Right Honorable Speaker, for organizing this seminar.